Welcome to Toke It Out. Oh my God. I am so glad that you guys are here. I hope you guys like my outfit. I want to let you know that I picked it out special for you guys. Weeks and weeks ago, I said, "You're coming home with me." And then it did. It came home with me. Now it's here and now you're seeing it. I've paired it with these fabulous 80s earrings and this 80s hairstyle. So I'm hoping that you're liking the look today. How are you guys? How's your week been? As you can see, my week has been eventful. I lost my voice. Oh my God. That was so scary. We're leaving it. I don't even fucking care about this stupid. We're not leaving it. Oh my God. Oh, hold on. Malfunction. Oh, please, can you just like stick on there? I would appreciate it. It's not worth, I know we've had troubles in the past, but really and truly, I think we can work it out. And if you could just stick around for this fucking episode, that'd be awesome. Okay. You guys don't understand. This entire bookshelf fell onto my computer, onto me. I thought I was going to this was my time. I was about to toke it out of this world. So a little on edge with it. Might be replacing this. You know, we're learning every day here at Toke It Out. As you can see, there's a picture frame gone. I thought I was gonna do a green screen. Guess I'm not. So every day learning, you learn something new. Okay, let's get right into it. I can't tell you guys. I think the lack of alcohol and I don't really drink, but I think the lack of alcohol in Utah is affecting people in other ways. I want to let you know that I think sugar is a real drug. I think, I want to tell you guys, I think sugar's a real drug in Utah. People are like, oh, we don't drink, we don't smoke, we're Mormon. Y'all are eating thousands of grams of sugar daily. And I want to let you know, I know it's affecting you guys. You want to know how I know? Let's go to the proof and evidence at this unhinged crumble cookie review. You guys, I can't tell you, I saw this and I almost had a full conniption because it was like, there's no way that somebody left this cookie review. Okay, I'm gonna put it up here, but this is from Maggie K. And this is her review, her clearly 5-star review of the Tres Leches cake featuring Lotus Biscoff cookies. Take a sip of the water for this. Okay, for real. Hey guys, the first bite was many of things. I opened my eyes for the first time after being blind for 26 years. I saw God in his purest form. I felt unconditional love. My taste buds climbed Mount Everest twice. If I had all the money in the world hunger would be solved. Bless the crew that baked this national treasure. I will sleep like a bear after a gallon of honey that's drizzled down my gullet. I love you, Crumbl. You're joking. You're joking. What are people doing? That's an insane thing to say. That's an insane thing to say, do, feel. I will sleep like a bear after a gallon of honey that's drizzled down my gullet. Are you kidding? Okay, that has 1,128 up likes. And I see why. Maggie K, you are an artist of words describing baked goods. You should be writing, you should have a whole Instagram channel reviewing baked goods, writing these kind of things. Because, wow. I woke up, saw that at 7 in the morning, and said, today's a good day. Because Maggie K has opened my eyes. Did I try the cake? No, I didn't go to Crumbl. But seeing that, I have not found, I mean, there's not another review like this anywhere. No other cookie, no other place I can find. I mean, unless you remember the review of the sugar-free gummy bears on Amazon, look that up. Hilarious. If you don't know about that, it's hilarious. But no other cookie. I mean, let me read you the next one just to prove it. This saved my life, cured my depression. I'm not even joking that it could be the best thing I've ever tasted in my entire life. I drowned in it like a bottle of liquor. And then but not I climbed Everest twice. Maggie K, you're an artist of words. That's incredible. That's incredible. That's incredible. So, constantly checking the Crumbl cookie reviews because I'm looking for you, Maggie K. I want to know. I want to know your opinions on every single cookie they got out there. Every single one. Thank you. Transitioning from Crumbl cookies to America's favorite, Oreo. Post Malone is doing an Oreo collab. Fuck. the greenery. We're done. The only kind of greenery I need, the kind you know I'm talking about. Okay, fuck the greenery. We're over that. Okay, America's favorite cookie, Oreo. Post Malone, they're coming out with a collab. I saw the packaging for it. I'm gonna put it up here. I saw the packaging for it. Tell me, looking at this packaging, you know what it is, because I don't. You know, all it is, I'm like, is the flavor wood? Is the flavor guitar picks? I promise you guys, I won't sound like this next time. But for real, is it guitar picks? Is it whiskey? Is it like a benzo addiction? What is the flavor of the Post Malone Oreo? So we're gonna look it up together. Post Malone Oreos. Okay. Yeah, like the whole thing, it's just like there's obviously a swirl, but I'm like, okay, what is it? Like whiskey and wood? What's the swirl? What's the flavor? What's the fucking flavor? I was gonna burp. Okay. Do you mean what's the flavor? Because I didn't put the apostrophe in there. Yeah, Google fucking grammar. Okay. The Post Malone Oreo is a limited edition cookie that combines salted caramel and shortbread flavors. But why? But why is that the flavor that we have for Post Malone? What about Post Malone? What way do I look at him? I don't think salted caramel and shortbread. Like shortbread, you're talking about like the Scottish dessert that I love. You're talking about, is Post Malone Scottish? That's a question. Is Post Malone Scottish? If he is, no fucking way. He's Oh wait, it says no, he's not Scottish, but then IMDb says he is. Well, no, he's not Scottish. He's from America. I mean, yeah, no, he's American. Okay, no, he's not Scottish, but he's of Scottish descent a little bit. Okay, I feel you. My mother's a first generation American, so just always looking for Scottish people. I'm like, you understand, right? We can't be in the sun, right? Yeah. Okay, each cookie has a unique embossment inspired by Post Malone's career, a guitar pick, butterfly, sunflower, and a truck. They start for pre-sale. Who's pre-buying Oreos? Oh, I gotta get that Oreo pre-sale, boy. What? A pre-sale? January 27th, 2025. So yesterday, if you're listening to this, when it's released, and it in store. Oh my God, dude. And it'll be in stores February 3rd. Cool. Awesome. Well, looking forward to that. Always looking forward to a cookie. Always looking forward to a cookie, especially an Oreo cookie. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Okay, what's next? What's next on the agina? Okay, you guys. Okay, a little bit. Should we go dark and then light? Dark and then light? Okay. Oh, hey, by the way, let me just go ahead and pivot real quick to something that you guys probably don't know or care about. I know a lot of people don't know. Hey, if you never had the TikTok app, you can't download it now. So those are who are like, oh, excuse me, TikTok's back, freedom's back. No, it's not. I can't download it. I literally can't engage at all because I never had it. And I thought, oh, I'll make one for the podcast. Fuck no, not allowed to at all. Government said not today. So I'm wondering what that means. Like moving forward, does that mean like is the algorithm like super controlled for the US now? Like maybe we don't own it, but is it super controlled by the government? Because we're thanking the president in the like, oh, it's back. Thanks, president. And then we're working with the government to decide on, if it's going to be back for everybody. And so you have 170 million Americans, who have accounts, and that's your cap, which is fine. A shitload of people, a ton of people. But you now have like a cap of people you can reach on TikTok, period. And not only that, but I believe that now, because of this incident, the algorithm is going to be so much more controlled and not the TikTok we knew in 2020. A TikTok we knew in 2020 that like, gave people community where they didn't have any and taught us so many things. I don't think that that's there anymore. I think the TikTok that people are using is dead. It's a dead media. And not because I don't have TikTok. I'm not bitter about it. I genuinely wish I could, purely for the advertisement of the podcast, but it's not, I don't think at all it's going to be what it was. It's going to be a much more, your For You page is going to be much more geared towards what people want you to know and not necessarily, like, I mean, they're already blocking hashtags and stuff. You're telling me that's not major censorship? You're lying. You're going to look me in the face and tell me that's crazy. That's crazy. Sorry, it is. And what does that mean for people who like, maybe I downloaded TikTok right before the ban. Maybe I do have it. what's your growth potential for real now? Like, I mean, people are already having to use different terms for like, they're using gardening for weed and stuff and cannabis. And they're using, from what I saw, like cute winter boots because TikTok will push sales and products and stuff. And they do cute winter boots. And from what I understand, people are just using other terms in order to push their stuff. So what's really real out there anymore? I don't know. And I'm not saying YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Red Note, any of these places are better. I'm just saying let's be aware that that has happened. And let's not pretend, let's not be like, okay, back to normal, back to scrolling where I will get all the things that I really like. Like you probably will. You'll probably get a shitload of things you still really like and that are geared towards you. I don't think you could get everything you could. That's my opinion, speculation, grain of salt. So take that with what you will. I'm not an expert on shit, but I'm observing and I'm seeing and sometimes I be knowing. So let me know what you guys think. Isn't that nuts? Like, do you think that your For You page is now censored? Do you feel like it's, and I mean, censored, what does that mean? Like, maybe you were getting a lot of like, LGBT content and now you're not. And like for young LGBT youth, that was a reprieve for people. That was oh, thank God I have this community, even though I'm in the middle of fucking Indiana, in a small town. I know like the other two gay people in my town. That was their community and their wealth of knowledge. Now, I'm not saying that that one is getting repressed. I'm just saying if we're looking at what could potentially get repressed, I think that's content that is high on the list of, oh, we're not showing this to, especially users who are like under 21, like young, whatever. So that's that on the TikTok ban. I'm over talking about it really. Like, use TikTok. I'm never going to talk about it again. That's not true, probably. But I'm like over caring because people either like want to be on it and they're addicted to it. And you can't tell them nothing. Or, people are pretty indifferent about it, which is also kind of scary. But, nothing serious here on Toke It Out, right? Oh my God. Okay. Talking about Crumbl cookies and then America's censorship. Okay. I like can't do it with that voice, dude. I usually have a high voice. Now I really sound like a 12-year-old boy. Oh no, you guys. I said that this wasn't gonna happen again and I lied to you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, where are we at? Do you guys want to know that I can't? I have to tell you this story. I have to tell you guys this story. So, as a lover of horror movies and all things horror, I saw that the Insidious play. Let me let me go ahead and look it up and tell you exactly what it is, because boy, this was crazy. This was crazy. I don't know what the fuck I did. Why did I spend all that money? Why did I spend all that money? Guys, that was so fucking crazy. So crazy. Okay, so it's called Insidious. The Further You Fear. And reading that out loud now, I'm saying, what? The Further You Fear? Okay. Straight up, if you haven't seen all, what is it, 5 Insidious movies, you're not really going to understand a ton of this. And I said, really? I'm getting chills. I like can't tell you guys. This was so crazy. I got a Instagram. I got an Instagram ad that was this meta ad. It was like, oh, Insidious, the further you fear. And I thought it was the future you fear. Stupid. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not dyslexic. I just can't read. So it absolutely sounds like the future you fear. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be cool. The further you fear? What are you talking about? The further. Anyways, I see it. I'm like, oh my God, babe, let's go to this. This will be fun. What a cool experience. I've never seen an adaptation of a horror movie on stage. This is gonna be cool. But I'm like, oh, let's wait for tickets. Let's wait for tickets. We'll see, if more people want to go with us, whatever. So I get an email from Broadway in Detroit that said, okay, this is going to be the last night you can see it. I said, okay, I'll go see it. Bought the tickets. I was like, we did the thing where you get the tickets and you find seats and they're great prices and you kind of regret it a little bit. And you're like, let's wait and see. Do we really want to go? I don't know. It's at 8 o'clock. I don't know, whatever. Those tickets get sold. So we got to buy even more expensive tickets. So I'm like, okay, we had already regretted it. We're going to go see this because I have to know what it's about. So we buy the tickets. We're getting excited. We're like, oh my God, it's going to be a nice little date night. It's going to be so fun. We'll dress like goth horror-y. It's going to be super cool. Just love to be on theme. Then about 2 hours before the play, I get on Reddit. I an adult woman, have just discovered Reddit in like the last couple of years because Reddit used to be weird. Reddit used to be like a bunch of trolls and shit, and like where you go to find out to like where to get drugs in your area. Like Reddit used to not be what it is today. I think there's like years of information now kind of compiled on Reddit that kind of have been filtered through and shit. But get on Reddit. And I'm like, what are people saying about this play? Because I'm looking like, oh my God, Detroit's only the third city they're going to. So what did the first couple of people think? Like, what are the initial reviews? You guys, you guys. I start reading and it's bad. It's like, oh, it's like middle school performance of Insidious. I'm like, no, no, dude. I did not just spend $264 on 2 tickets to go see a high school play. And I mean, no, it's not high schoolers, but like a high school level performance. Okay, so I start cracking up. I'm reading it to Ben. He's like, "Oh, do we still go?" And I'm like, "Oh, we definitely go because nobody else in this theater has read these reviews. I can feel it in my bones. Maybe a couple. I can feel that most of them had not read it. And oh, read it on Reddit. Oh my God, I just got that. That's crazy real time realization. But I'm like, no, because I have to see how excited people are. And then, because I can go and laugh, but I have to go and see all these excited people disappointed. The evil part of me is like, yeah, I gotta see this because I've already spent the money. Like, I'm not getting the money back. So I'm either not going and spending the money or I'm going and like making the most out of it and spend the money. So whatever. So I have a good attitude about it. We go, we park in the parking structure. And we're gonna be walking in when the play is started, like a few minutes in. We eat edibles. Edibles are just about hitting as we are parking. And I'm in a good mood. I'm bubbly. I'm fucking feeling it. I'm like on a high dose. I go to the elevators. Two girls are with us, that are in, ped parked on our level. We're getting in the elevator, we're going down to the main floor. So the four of us get on this elevator to go down to the street. And there is, and I'm going to show you guys a picture here, just an absolute splattering of dried vomit and or poop spread on this. I can't handle it. I start cracking up. I'm laughing my ass off because are you kidding? I'm cracking up. There's no way that this is how it's starting. Because, like, for me, I'm like, yeah, right on point. Here we go. Like, starting off strong. And these girls, I know that they're just like, because they're both like, oh my God, I'm cracking up. I can't stop laughing. We're on the seventh floor. I'm going on 7 floors and I like can't handle it. Ben is like trying to look away, like, oh my God. Oh my God. And these girls are like slightly horrified, being like, oh no. And I just like, here we go, bitch. So get down to the main floor. We go in, of course, we're a couple minutes late, whatever. We sit down and I'm waiting for it. And there's about, stage is simple. There's a couple characters on the stage. I took notes. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta tell the pod about this. I have to tell the pod about this. Didn't get a playbill for it. Those actors were like, do not name me. Okay, so here's my 1, 2, 3, 4, first 5 lines of notes. Worst acting. Implying rats, question mark? Talking too fast. Was Ken actually someone? Spotlight went out. The spotlight went out on somebody at some point. Crazy. And I said, what improv troupe is this? And I said, did they dupe the Fisher Theater into thinking that this was like a Broadway performance? Because it's not a Broadway play, but they play at Broadway venues. So like Broadway in New York, Broadway in Detroit. Yeah. So it's an interactive, immersive experience, right? And like I'm not gonna give it away because like, I'm not gonna like tell you guys the whole play because I don't want to like get a little cease and desist from them, but I'm gonna give you what I thought. There's not city in America where a gray-headed man is gonna buy front row seats to this. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna say there's no fucking way that that happened. Just so you know. I'm just gonna say that. 26 minutes in, and I'm dizzy. That's my next note. At some point, they show a compilation of the movie's scariest scenes, which was the scariest part of the whole play. It was just like 4 seconds of like all the scare, like boo, like some YouTube compilation of the Insidious movies. I was like, Why and for what plot? It, like, didn't add to the plot even a little bit. It didn't, and it didn't, and if it was to refresh everybody's memories of the 5, count 'em, 5 Insidious movies. I've seen the first, and it came out in 2010, so when's the last time I watched it? 2013? Like, I thought this was gonna be a story in the Insidious world. Okay. Cannot figure out plot 33 minutes in. The echo effect in the voices. At one point, they make the entire audience stand up, and you heard this huge audible groan. You heard this. Everybody's like, oh, what the you guys. It was crazy. Nobody wanted to do this. Catch that in the first 3 performances. Hey, you're on number 4? Realize nobody wants to stand the fuck up. Why don't you have them do the thing sitting down? Because we didn't need to stand up for any reason. There was literally no fucking reason at all. Like, whatever. I won't tell you what they did because whatever, but they did this little thing and like they were like, put your hands together and we're gonna feel the energy and blah blah blah. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? We could have done this sitting down. Weird. So like catch that, adjust it. It's cool. Like nobody cares if you edit. It's so funny. It was so funny. Okay, so like straight up it was a comedy. And I said, oh, this marketed to me as immersive horror experience was a comedy? You're lying. Okay. Oh, I can't tell you guys this. I'm gonna cut half this laughing out, but I just been laughing so long. I'm crying. I'm tearing up on this. I'm crying. It was so funny. Okay. So at some point, so they're paranormal investigators. I'm not giving much away from the movie. Like from the movie Paranormal Investigators, that's a couple of the characters. And so they're setting up cameras at some point so you can see like, the behind the stage footage and the black and white and you can sense the energy and blah blah blah. And this ghost boy they detect at some point and they're like, "Look, the ghost boy." And they point up to the screen and it's literally just a cutout still photo of like a side porch profile of this little boy going like running man position. He's just and they like bounce him across the screen. They like drag that picture across the screen. Like, look at the ghost boy, he's running. They just drag him and I was laughing so hard, you guys. I didn't dress up for this, knowing after I read Reddit. I went in sweatpants and a hoodie. I'm like putting my head in my hoodie, trying not to laugh so loud. Dude, I'm the only one laughing because everybody else is like, "What are we watching?" I'm living my whole dream, you guys. This was so fucking crazy. This was so crazy. This was so crazy. And I'm like, there's no way that we couldn't find somebody on this team to Canva animate some little boy. That was so nuts. Oh my God. And then at some point, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like wet. Like I had gotten sprayed with water, and there's somebody very obviously like pumping a super soaker like on the side of the audience running through going shh. And all these people are like, oh, cool. I'm gonna have to step out in what 22-degree weather after this. Amazing. I'm so glad I'm super soaker fucking sprayed now, you bitch. Crazy. Oh my God. The highest budget part of this play was some streamers they threw out that like exploded. So funny, this like confetti cannon streamers. And it's the like audio and visuals were completely off. Like, there's somebody that's possessed and whatever, and they do some cracking of bones and whatever, and like one of the cracks completely on point, and the other one's like, and then they move their arm and they do that. And I'm like, okay, we could have timed this out. Like, we didn't have to do so many cracks. We could have just like done one or two, done a back, then like maybe one arm, like those we can do on point. Like I said, you basically have to have seen all 5 movies to understand this play. I've been talking about this for so long. I don't care. I was in shock. The woman was too stunned to speak. That was me. I was too stunned to speak and so shocked that I couldn't stop laughing. Oh, they like apparently they like bring up characters from the movies or whatever that I like didn't even recognize. Some girl hugs somebody at one point and that's fine, and then it's not. Like 60 okay. Plot explained 63 minutes in. And it's only because one of the actors had to be like, okay, everybody, so this is the plot, and we're gonna do this, and then blah, blah. Like, I mean, they really had to spell it out for you. It's an 80-minute play. 63 minutes in. You better believe I timed it. 63 minutes in. Oh, and then the red door, obviously the iconic Insidious red door, just like comedically rolls out at some point. They're like in some world or whatever, and all of a sudden, like, oh, the red door, it's here. And it just is like rolling out. I'm seeing stage hands like behind the curtains, like setting up. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, spent $264 on this. Egg on my fucking face, you guys. Crazy. Oh, have you guys ever been to one of those like interactive like forests with your kids or something where they like it's like the touch screen, you touch it and it looks like, oh, psh, oh, this thing exploded or this glass broke or I'm playing the piano or whatever, it's on the screen, can detect my emotions. That shows up at one point and this girl just like hits something and it's like, okay, now I'm done. I was like, what? What the fuck is happening? Red door comes out. People are setting up behind. Takes a full 120 seconds, at least. Full 2 minutes to set it up and open that fucking red door. Then, red door is about 12 feet tall. Actor about 5 foot comes out and is like, hello. And then, like, just goes back in. Like, I don't even know what happened at some point. Because at some point, they're talking too fast. The sound was not on point. I just was like, what? I don't even understand. We're rushing the end here. Like, make this play 10 more minutes and explain it to me. Do it leisurely because, like, I don't really know what's happening. What was the solution in the end? Not sure. Not sure. Could maybe kind of tell you half of the plot. Could not tell you at all what the conclusion was. I laughed and was like, oh, well, that was, like, nobody clapped. Everybody got up and left. It was crazy. This room, the entire Fisher Theater got up and said, "All right, I'm gonna head out." They were done so with this. Tech issues like crazy. Special effects were too loud. The mics needed to be way up higher. There were like way too many characters in this play for no reason. Like, that didn't have enough like time for us to even like care about them. Like, I don't know. The whole, like, I'm not even the actors, bless them, because they were putting their butts into it. They were trying their best. The young girl, she was doing her most. But everybody else, I'm like, I mean, I just don't. I like wasn't convinced from the jump. They like brought what I think is a real usher up, who was not an actor. He was an usher at the Fisher. And they bring him up and they're, implying that the ghost story they're about to tell is his, but this young girl who's the actor is going to really tell it and everything. And, you know, oh, Ken, you don't want me to tell the story, right? You don't want to tell it, right? Ken's like, no. I'm like, don't even bring Ken into it. Just pretend like this little usher was always working here. She wrote in because she's some like little true crime fan podcast girl. Do that. Do that. What? Why are we bringing in like I'm supposed to personally know Ken who's worked at the Fisher for 40 years? Like, this is my first time going to a Fisher play since I was what? Since I saw Barney on Ice. Like, I have no idea. Crazy. Whatever, whatever, whatever. That's what happened there. And guys, that really was like the absolute craziest thing that's ever happened to me. I took up so much of this podcast telling you this story. I don't care. It was insane. I got duped. I got absolutely duped. Okay. Go see it. If you go see it, let me go ahead and say that. Go see it. If it's coming to a city near you and you can get cheap enough seats, go see it. Your boss is handing out tickets, go see it. That is a great edible date night. Great edible date night. Ben was falling asleep by the end. It's fine. I had an amazing experience, start to finish. Vomit to walking out without cheering. Amazing experience. Okay. So I heard recently, because I was listening to a listener episode of a true crime podcast, Morbid. You guys are listening to Morbid. I love it. Some girl had wrote in that some woman, had wrote in and said that her dog, who had heterochromia, which my dog has, it's one color is brown, one eye is brown, one eye is blue, that those kind of dogs and animals can see the dead and the living because the blue eye can see the dead and the brown eye can see the living. And I said, Oh, I gotta know more about this. I gotta know more about this for sure. Chromia in Dogs Seeing the Dead. And this woman had told this story about how her dog had like freaked out about some figure that she couldn't see. I mean, bit her husband, was howling like she had never had before, like done before. Crazy. So very interested. Okay. In some cultures, particular okay, I gotta take a sip of water for this. Just drink hot tea and honey for a couple of days. You'll be fine. No, I'm not. In some cultures, particularly Native American traditions, the belief exists that dogs with heterochromia, different colored eyes, can see both the physical world and the spiritual realm, allowing them to perceive the dead. This is often interpreted as a special ability to see beyond the veil between life and death. Okay, love that. Can act as the idea that dogs with heterochromia can act as spirit guides or have a heightened connection to the afterlife. Love that. While this is a cultural belief, there's no scientific evidence. Yeah, I'm sure there's no scientific evidence. You non-believers. Whatever. Oodles of Bernadoodles. That's not a website. Heterochromia dogs. Oodles of Bernie Doodles. What's a Bernadoodle? I have no idea. It's cute though. This is a Bernadoodle. Oh, you're cute. You're coming home with me. Oh, this thing's cute. Types of heterochromia, causes of heterochromia. What does cause heterochromia? This intriguing eye color variation often a result of genetics, meaning it's inherited. Wait, I knew that. I'm not stupid. Hold on. I knew that. I was like, oh, what it is? Because he's also blind. Like he's 80% blind and he's like less than 2 years old. I don't know. Oh, okay. Spiritual significance in some cultures, blah, blah, blah. See spiritual signs or abilities to see both heaven and earth. Oh, that's nice. A good luck charm in folklore, animals with heterochromia are considered lucky or magical. The presence of two different colored eyes can sometimes be seen as a symbol of good fortune or an omen of positive events. Oh, that's nice. My life has only gotten better with him, so. Which is familiar in European folklore, cats and sometimes dogs with heterochromia can be associated with witches and magic. These animals, particularly black cats with one blue eye, were thought to be familiars of witches. Oh, I literally found the story that I saw with this person who said that they had an incident with this. Oh my god. They like wrote it here too. Good for them. Okay. I'm gonna link this for you guys here. I'm gonna start. Link it for y'all. So you guys can see it too. That's crazy though. I'm really curious because my dog has not exhibited any signs of this, but he also is very scared. So like, I don't know, does he see things we don't? And he plays outside a lot. Do you think he plays with like ghost dogs? Oh, I hope he does. Oh, he's out there just playing with ghost dogs. He loves dogs too, so that would make sense. Okay, so how long have I been talking? Oh my god. So probably good to wrap it up. Honestly, I know we only like talked about like two or three things or whatever this week, but next week we're gonna get into Wolfman. We're gonna get into things. My recommendation of the week, real quick. I want to recommend this to you guys. A Instagram account, TikTok, I'm sure also, but Instagram account called Ragmop and Goose. Wait, I'm gonna go ahead and post it on. I'll link them, but I'll post it on my story like today, Tuesday, the whatever day it's gonna be Tuesday, that day. And I want you guys, oh my God, it's literally the cutest thing. If you're sad, toke it out. This is a reprieve. This is nice. I'm glad that we can spend time together. Love you, bestie. But when you need some alone time, you just need a little bit of comfort. Look, maybe I'm weird. These puppets are cute. And you're like, puppets? I'm not watching no puppets. These puppets are so Pluto. Don't fuck with Pluto. Oh, I love Pluto so much. Okay, please watch it. It will change your life. They're so cute. Show your kids, show your weird uncle, show everybody because it's literally the cutest thing in the world. That's why I have to tell you guys about this. So that's my big recommendation of the week. Let me know if you also love Pluto. If you're a Pluto stan, let me know because we can be Pluto stans together. So we can be the Plutettes. Oh, cute Plutettes. That's not me creating a fan group for a puppet. You guys, I I can't. 2025 is weird. I can. Next week we're gonna get into The Companion. Really excited. We're gonna watch that trailer together. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. So we're gonna definitely do that. Next week also we're going to go over some of the stuff. I had like 9 things I wanted to talk about. We talked about like 3. So check it. Best way you guys can support me is subscribing to my YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube, please, please, please. Pretty please, sugar on top. Subscribe, like, share, tell your weird uncle about me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.